Every real estate coach is telling you to raise your standards. Do more, do more. That's how you're going to be successful. That's how you're going to get more listings. That's how you're going to overcome your reluctance to prospect for listings. That's how you're going to get more commissions. Guess what? I want you to do less. I want you to do less so that you can improve your business. And I want to explain how this works because I was coaching about 2 months ago. I was really in the thick of it with coaching this one amazing listing agent in Southern California. And she had the most amazing way about her. She had a great personality. She actually had been in business as a listing agent. Well, she was doing 50-50 listings and buyers. And great attitude. She was working super hard. I mean, she was literally putting in, 10, 12-hour days. She was attached to every shiny object. She really understood exactly what she thought she needed to do. And this is the problem, because she was doing all these things, working her tail off, and she was not accomplishing her goals in real estate. She was not accomplishing the number of listings that she wanted. She was really erratic going from month to month. Sometimes she had 2 or 3 listings. Other months she had absolutely nothing with no prospect of future listings coming down the pike. So, she was just all over the board. And she had a previous real estate coach that told her, guess what? You need to have a vision board. Oh, for God's sakes, give me a break. You need to manifest more. You need to meditate more. And you need to do all these weird things that basically were not getting her any listings. I started working with her and I said to her, you know what? Start doing less. And let me explain what that means. The problem is when you're working hard and you've got this up and down workflow and you just don't have a system in place that's going to generate the listings consistently. And that's what we want for you. That's what the Listing Collective, my coaching program, is all about. How can we bring in consistent listings? And that's the most important thing. And the problem is when you have these high goals, it's an emotional roller coaster. I remember when I first went into real estate, it's something similar that happened to her with her previous coach. I went into real estate, 30 plus years ago, and they said, just make cold calls. Spend 8 hours a day making cold calls. My God, that was a miserable experience, quite honestly. Same thing with my coaching client. They told her that she had to do this with social media and this and blah, blah, blah. And she didn't have a proven system that generated consistent listings. Emotional roller coaster. She had a couple bucks one month, next month that she didn't have anything. See, the problem is not what you're going to want, but what are you willing to accept? And this is the problem when you're trying to do more, and you're trying to prospect more, you're trying to call more, you're trying to advertise more. And you got to get off this emotional roller coaster, because what is it going to do? It's going to make you spiral. That's exactly what's going to happen. And the problem is too that you also sort of feel, your biggest pain is that you're not as talented as some of these other successful real estate agents. It's not a matter of talent. You are talented. You are a hard worker. You just don't have the right system. Like I said, I've been doing this for over 30 plus years. I have gone through some ups and downs personally, professionally. And after interviewing 80 real estate agents, after experimenting and testing all the different methods, I cannot find a better way for you to increase your listing business than having lower standards, which means having minimum standards. What's minimum standards? Minimum standards is basically have a floor. Have a floor by which you're not going to go below no matter what. Have a floor where you're going to, at a minimum, do a certain number of things every single day. I don't care. I always joke and like to say, I don't care if your house blows up, your dog dies, and your wife leaves you. you have to do these minimum standards. This is an amazing way to create consistency, competency, be happy, not have to think about what you have to do every single day, not have to find something different to do every single day to prospect for listings in your business. Minimum standards are the best way that I love working with my coaching clients in the Listing Collective, which is my coaching program. I love working with their minimum standards to figure out, okay, what can they do every single day? Not just in their real estate business, but in their personal life, with regard to their health, with regard to their mindset, with regard to their marketing. I'll give you some examples. I mean, I had one person whose minimum standard for their mindset was to feed the baby every day. And no, it wasn't a woman, it was a man that wanted to feed their baby every single morning because that did more for his mindset to start the day in raring to go, I should say. I have one person who basically wanted to just walk around the block once, which is basically equated to a 10-15 minute walk for their physical health. My minimum standard is I want to get in the pool every other day and do at least minimum 10 laps. I usually do 20 to 30 laps, sometimes even 40 laps if I'm having a good day. The other days I go to the gym, and that's my minimum standard. Minimum standards could be call 2 people of your past clients, okay? I don't care what you're doing in life, you can call 2 past clients and just have a friendly update conversation with them. I have one client that's calling 2 probate attorneys a day. One client, my coaching client, is adding 2 new professional types to their CRM every single day so that they can ask them for referrals. Whatever it is, you can very easily create your own minimum standards. I personally find that accountability tool, being accountable, along with doing minimum standards, is a way for you to really propel yourself into the future listing agent, the great listing agent that you want to be. But I am telling you, whether you use me, whether you have me hold you accountable, whether you have my formula for the minimum standards that works so easily, create it yourself. But I'm telling you, again, there is no better way for you to know what you're going to do every single morning and not have to think about, okay, what am I going to do to try to find listings? Increase your competence, increase your confidence, get better at this, have more fun doing it, feel more relaxed knowing that you're doing something every single day to increase your listing business, to fill up your listing pipeline, to consistently bring listings to the market. I can go on and with examples of people that are doing this and so successful. It combats that shiny object syndrome because you know that you will always know what you have to do that day to get listings. And some days I do my minimum standards if I'm not feeling up to it, and then I take the rest of the day off because I've done what I said I have to do, and I didn't get an appointment, I didn't get a listing, but I did what I had to do on a minimum standards basis. And I know that energy that I put into it is definitely going to come back to me times 10. So even, I like to say, don't judge the success of your day by your results. Judge the success of your day by your actions. And those actions have to be your minimum standards. Click the link down below if you want to learn more about how you can develop a kick-butt listing pipeline. And right from there, you can book a call with me if you want to enact and install your minimum standards in your business. No cost with me. Let's jump on a phone. I'd love to talk to you about how you can use minimum standards to increase your listing business in a real fun, easy way. Hit that link below.